So I suggest that, of course, we're happy that the last Guardian has gone gold because we're excited to play it. But I suggest, wait for it, we switch up the discussion.
Oh, 10 out of 10.
Got it, nailed it, claimed it.
Copyright.
Because Nintendo announced the Nintendo Switch, and I, for one, am excited. How about you, Panda?
I am cautiously excited. Yeah, I'm very much wondering about the battery life. For one.
Yeah. We'll get into that in a minute.
Yeah. But yeah, I thought that it looked very ambitious. So I'm really hoping they will be able to pull it off. But yeah,
What do you mean by ambitious?
I mean,
that's why I saved you for last.
I mean, technically ambitious in that they want to put seemingly a lot of power into a relatively small, portable console. So yeah, I'm curious as to how they're going to do it and if they're going to be able to pull it off. But yeah, I'm seeing a lot of potential there, and I hope it'll work out. I retweeted it on our Twitter page at GameHoneyGame.
Yeah, you broke the news.
I did break the news. I retweeted like an artist who had done like concept art before it was announced, and he had almost exactly right on the money what the Switch looks like. And he had all
that's
sorts
also
of,
because we heard a lot of rumors.
Yeah, we heard a lot of rumors, but
it turned out to be pretty much what we thought it would be. But Grizzly, what did you think about the reveal?
Interesting.
Okay, that's better than I've given you credit for.
I'm really sad that you actually do not remember the time that we discussed the rumors about the Switch, which was essentially this product right here. And on that show, I think I said that I was cautiously optimistic if it was that product.
Good. So you...
However, I see some flaws in the product already, though. So be prepared.
Yeah, I know you do.
Yeah,
I know you do.
No, but I think it's sort of interesting. They're really taking that remote play sort of feeling, and just driving it home, which I liked actually about the Wii U. So that's not a bad thing.
It was actually one of my... Sorry, just briefly interrupt, but that was one of my disappointments with the Wii U because, the gamepad seemed so suited to just take outside, and obviously you couldn't do that. But...
okay, but for me it was like if the TV is taken, I can just game on the gamepad.
Yeah, that's true.
Me, that's remote play is really, really nice to have.
Shall we just briefly? I mean, I suppose everybody's seen the Switch, but to just briefly. If in case anyone hasn't seen the trailer, I suggest you do because it tells you more than we can tell you right now. But so it's basically the hybrid console that we all thought it would be. It has two detachable controller elements on the side of the screen. You can take it with you. You can use both parts of the controller separately, so you have two controllers. We'll get into all that. Sorry, Grizzly, you wanted to say something.
I'm just... I see a couple of flaws, maybe, in this design. As in that the controller, actually, because they are detachable, I wonder how fast that will break. And also, the gamepads or the controller pieces themselves are really small. And in the trailer, you see them just throwing it into a random bag. And I'm like, I'm not going to do that with my controller, especially if that's small.
Of course not.
So using just one piece of the controller for one person, I think I would literally break my fingers just trying to hold it.
Well, you had the nunchuck in the past and the Wii Remote. They weren't exactly the biggest controllers either.
Yeah, but the nunchuck was dedicated to essentially to a thumbstick and two buttons. But in this case, it's just a small slab, and I'm not really sure if that's gonna work for me per se.
So,
I think that's mostly for party games, though.
Yeah,
but
yeah.
It
doesn't
still
seem
be
like it would be
a sucky way to control it.
Yeah,
I think it's I don't think it's the final end-all solution for multiplayer, but I think it's a great thing that if you just bring this console and only this console, you always have two controllers with you. And I think that fact is is very nice. Is a very good idea.
Until you lose one of them.
Yep.
Yeah, that's on you. I mean, you're together with two people. Just keep an eye on the other one if you don't trust your friends, like I do.
Yeah, Nintendo. That's what I was going at earlier with the concept art. That guy had just drawn a bunch of different like peripherals that you could change out.
Yeah,
like
specific. I saw that.
Pokemon Snap photography peripheral or fishing
just, so
peripheral
the
or
controller
something.
elements, right?
Yeah, and
different designs for the controller.
I can definitely see Nintendo really cashing in on that.
Yep.
So,
It's really clever, and people like you will buy it.
I don't know if that's a jab at me or just
it's
an
just
observation.
stating the truth.
Okay. I mean, if it's good, I'll buy it. Sure.
Yeah, sure. I know, and that's fine. No, but seriously, if they're cool, if they bring out limited edition controller parts, Joy-Cons,
which they will,
because that's what they're known as. They will. I'm sure they will. I might buy some as well. I mean, you're gonna need some extra controllers anyway, so. But so Grizzly,
the thing is that they will probably make some that are necessary at some point, like new parts that you have to
I don't think so.
You don't think so?
I don't think so. No, because they didn't do that for the 3DS. I mean, they made the what
Circle
do you call
Pad
it?
Pro.
Yeah, the Frankenstick. They made the Frankenstick, but you didn't need it for anything. I mean, it enhanced your experience of, for example, Resident Evil, or I think Metal Gear used it as well.
Metal Gear. Yeah, but you didn't need it.
No, and I think Nintendo is pretty good at not leaving its user base behind.
I don't know.
So I don't see what precedent is there that you would be worried about this.
I don't know. I don't think that there's a precedent per se, but they're making a product that really. I mean, still, you say like you didn't need it for Resident Evil, but the controls were really shitty without it.
I played it without.
But controls in Resident Evil are usually kind of shitty, so it enhances that experience.
Damn.
Bam!
Well, sick burn.
But
I'm sure they felt it at Capcom.
But you're correct, though. You are correct.
Yeah, so I'm not too worried about that. I think one thing some people may be worried about, Grizzly included, is the rumored battery life.
Oh, that's something I don't really...
Rumored to be 3 hours. Max.
Yeah, there will probably be a lot of third-party battery packs going to sell pretty well.
As well.
That's what I'm wondering, because this is a pretty powerful console. And I was playing the other day. By the way, just to briefly explain why I'm excited for this, I go out a lot of times. I'm not at home a lot of times, and for my work I have to go places. So I'm really excited about the fact that I can bring a powerful portable system that is also my home system with me, and just use it wherever. That appeals to me greatly, and all of the things with the controllers is a nice added bonus. So I'm really excited for this. But the battery life, I think 3 hours actually not too bad, considering you're using it to its full capacity the entire time. And about charging it, I was playing a Game of Thrones on my tablet the other day, and battery life just runs out really fast. And even if you're charging it, if you're charging it through USB, it doesn't charge fast enough.
So you're still draining your battery.
Yeah, that's right. So I wonder how this would work. I assume you might actually have to plug it into a socket to charge it adequately.
Don't you have to dock for that? But maybe you can also do it independently. Because I thought that the dock was for...
But I'm mostly talking about if you take it out.
Yeah, I just assumed that the dock was mostly just where you connect it to your TV and where you just plug it into the.
I thought it was also for charging.
We'll get to the dock in a little bit, but are you worried about this 3 hour battery life?
No, like people were screaming on the top of their lungs when the PlayStation Vita and the 3DS came out, and they seemed fine actually. And 3 hours probably take it with a little bit of grain of salt, because let's be honest, one of the rumors as well is that the screen is 720p, and if you look at tablets and smartphones nowadays, they have very powerful processors in them. They have a very high resolution screen, and they can run for like 16 hours. Sure, this is a dedicated gaming device, but still, and even then, you indeed 3 hours. I mean, whatever, it's okay.
But
I don't
comparing, for example, if you're browsing the web or watching YouTube or watching a video or whatever on your tablet, is not comparable, power wise, to playing a game, right?
Yeah, but still, like, maybe you do. Do you play like 3 hours at a time when you're traveling?
Not really. Maybe on long distance flights, but rarely happens.
Yeah,
to be
okay,
honest.
but even then, on a long distance flights, you can still do other stuff as well. And I think that 3 hours is actually sort of decent for what it is.
Yeah, I don't think it's that bad either.
No,
I don't think it's that bad. Like, if they get it to like 3 to 5 hours, that would be good. Would be great.
Plus, it's a hybrid, right? So if it was your primary handheld console, then okay, maybe that would be a problem. But
well, that's won't it be?
Yeah, that's what I've been wondering. If they, I cannot imagine that they would just put this over the 3DS totally.
They were thinking about making a successor. This is not
3DS, you mean?
Yeah. This is not to replace the 3DS, or that's what I've heard.
Well, to be fair, they said the same thing when they introduced the DS. Like, it would be the third pillar.
Yeah, they wanted to make another
next to the Game Boy.
Game Boy Advance 2,
Yep.
I think. Yeah,
But they didn't when it sold like hotcakes.
yeah.